Hello, all the brothers and sisters from Tsuji. Good morning or good afternoon. Thank you for having me today to share this um, lesson. The topic that I'll be sharing today is self-cultivation and Tsuji Mannerism. And of course, through other lessons, we would learn the precepts, the Tsuji spirit, and part of our Tsuji spirit, it is important to understand the mannerism and the culture within this organization, and how do we assist ourselves to become a better person through self-cultivation. So today we're going to share a little bit about this topic and from my personal experience as well. And once again, thank you for the opportunity. So Tsuji Mannerism, in my personal opinion, it's not just about a specific posture that you must follow or an action that you must do, but it is more important to understand the meanings and the real true Tsuji spirit behind it. And that is through the continuous action and continuous practice of these mannerisms. At the beginning, it might be challenging, you might forget, and it's all fine. It's through the groups, reminders, through brothers and sisters, support and assistance that we start to practice this mannerism, and it becomes a part of our life, become a part of our lives and become part of our daily behavior. So to be honest, Tsuji mannerism at the beginning, it feels like it's a law, it's a regulation. But as we proceed, um, hopefully we will all understand that these precepts and these um, regulations or guidelines are actually protecting us in different aspects of our daily lives and protect us from harm and continue to grow. So the key thing is also these mannerisms is not about what I'm showing to our brothers or sisters or people outside Tzu, but more important is because we are doing it for ourselves. We are learning through these process, and we should do the right thing even there's no one watching. So this is quite critical, and I think that we will also try to learn that are we proud and confident when we are doing these mannerisms or these guidelines? Are you proud, or are you actually quite shy and feel ashamed of it? But of course, being a Tsuji member, if you are devoted ourselves into charity work and helping others, and through these mannerisms where people look up to, we should be very proud and be confident about it. So a very quick overview of these key mannerisms. It's not all of them, but it's just some of the things that we do on a daily, routine. So first of all, the way we stand and walk and sit. So Master Zheng Yan asks us to hopefully, when we are walking, we walk like the wind. Why is it like the wind? Because we need to walk softly, peacefully, quietly, and not actually disrupting others while we're doing the specific action. In the photo, you will see our master walking with two palms together. And also on the right-hand side, you'll see that our brothers and sisters, when they are in a group, we walk softly, we walk in line. And this is all about our gestures, our courtesy, our respect for the environment, the surroundings, the people around us. But also, when we are doing this, we are doing a very peaceful way, and we're not disrupting the overall environment. Same, you'll see that these masters walking out from the building as well. They are calm through these mannerisms, without any voice, any sound. We feel the respect that we have for them, and that's what we want to try and learn ourselves. And so this is about when we are walking. Secondly, when we are standing, it's the same. We try to tell ourselves we need to stand firm like a tree. So standing like this, firmly, two legs both on the floor, our palms either in a position where we put our palms together in the center, or we put our palms down like the photo shown here by the master. Okay, once again, you can see from different angles, it's steady, it's firm, it's peaceful. Again, and that's what we want to illustrate to the people that surround us when we are standing. We are not rushing, we're not nervous, we are calm and peace in mind. This is also another position that when we are in waiting as a group or waiting as individual, this is a way that you can put your hands on your belly button, above your belt. That's also a way of standing. Sitting. In our current environment, we probably don't sit very often in the way that the photo shown here on the left. Okay, we normally sit on a chair. But again, when you are sitting, there is a guideline and there is a mannerism about sitting. So we hope that all of us sit up straight. There's no legs crossed. We're not leaning against the back of the chair. We sit like a bell. Okay, so this is a basic walking, standing, sitting. How about the way we eat? How about the way we eat? As much as there are different cultures of eating, which is in various forms, but when we are eating, we want to show that we respect the people that cook for us. We respect the food we're eating. We are grateful. So we sit up straight in a chair, and we put, normally if we were eating with a bowl and the chopsticks, we will eat with the bowl towards us and not our mouth towards the bowl. And that's a critical way of showing our respect. Okay. And as well, all of us are Tzu Chi volunteers, and we will have uniforms during the process of this learning journey. And in Tzu Chi, there are different types of uniforms, and these uniforms are presented or wore at different events or different functions. And this is to show our respect to the environment, to the people as well. But you can see that as much as the uniform might look the same, but there are many different ways you can wear it. You can wear with your tie not neaten up. You can wear with your tie on the side. You can slouch. You don't have to stand straight. So as much as the uniforms are the same, the way we stand, sit, and walk, can show differently. Okay, so for me, again, Mannerism, we really need to understand the true Tzu Chi spirit behind these postures and mannerism. When we say we are Tzu Chi brothers and sisters, does others, people that we care for, look at Tzu Chi all the same? Or because this is today's brother Brendon here, tomorrow is Sister Yachi, that we see that, hey, the Tzu Chi's way of doing things are actually very different, or we want to show them that no matter what, when you see someone wearing a blue or gray uniform, a white pants, that represents Tzu Chi. And no matter who comes and present themselves as Tzu Chi, they all behave and provide a mannerism that's very professional, that's very heartwarming, and that shows respect for the organization. So once again, it's about us reminding ourselves and reminding each other the precepts, the mannerisms, and this is all part of allowing us to show unity but also to protect us from harm. Okay. And most importantly, the way we act, the way we walk, the way we talk, the way we eat, the way we sit, it's all about when we are doing this charity work with compassion, we show respect. We show respect to ourselves, to the organization, and also, most importantly, to the people that's around us or to the people that we care for. So this is showing our respect and compassion through these actions. Okay. So I wrote here, it's easy to wear a uniform, and we all can wear uniforms of the same, whether it's gray top or it's a blue top like mine at the moment. But we can all wear it differently. I can have my button off. I cannot tuck in my shirt. So if there's uniform, but there's no mannerism, we cannot show uniformity. We cannot show unity. But if we wear a uniform and the mannerisms that we present to the people, and not to only the people outside, but among us as brothers and sisters, we are reminding ourselves we are one. We have the same material uniform, but through our actions, which are showing courtesy, respect, compassion, that's when uniformity and unity comes. So, as you are aware, the word 知己 in Chinese, it means compassion or 知, and ji means relief. So we have a same set of goals that we want to help people. But at the same time, if we do not act and have the same understanding and same guidelines, it's very difficult to show that uniformity. So I wrote here, if we have the same goals and the same mindset and the way we present ourselves are the same, with respect and walking peace, shows our respect for the environment, then this uniformity will definitely also show unity as one. And that's when the power of a group comes in. Okay, so you can see on the picture on the right, these can be a same group of people, but if we do not wear uniform, we do not stand straight, some sit, some lying down, it does not show that unity. Okay, so in this picture, it's actually a very a photo many years ago through volunteers across different parts of Africa, and we show unity. We show unity here. Okay, so mannerisms, we need to do it as one, as individual. So I wrote here, the power of great love comes from individual. It is important that we as individuals behave in a way that are respected by others. Of course, we have to respect ourselves first. We feel proud. We feel confident to be a member of Tzu Chi, and we act the same through this, the power of great love comes. So I wrote here, we are all learning, no matter if you come here for the first time as a volunteer, or if you've been here 10 years. It's a continuous learning, and we practice by doing. We don't just learn on the books, or we just learn in the seminar like today, and we don't practice it. So it's about practicing, doing, and through this process, we improve ourselves, and we learn and we grow together. Okay. So it's a continuous cycle of doing things, and you learn something, and then you're trying to, with these new thoughts and new wisdom, you practice them again. And that's how we improve, and that's how we learn as an individual, but also as a group. So I always say that, in Africa, we are really blessed. We have so many brothers and sisters with powerful mindsets that their journey of knowing Tsuji is so touching. A lot of us were once um, with our palms facing up. When we say our palms facing up, it's that when you need assistance, you need guidance, you need help, you need support from other people. But through this process, through the Tsuji precepts, through the Tsuji mannerism, and through Tsuji's great love, we've received those. Some of us receive those help, and those care and those love. And today we are sitting here together, and we are putting our palms facing down. When we're putting our palms facing down, it's just an illustration that we are giving our love. We are able to help someone. So it's a journey of receiving and giving at the same time. Initially, you might be receiving goods and materials, and one day or today you might be giving material to somebody that allows them to overcome their current challenges, or they can put meals on their table. But sometimes it might not be material stuff. It could be palm facing up. We're learning the concept of love and care, and compassion, and we are passing this love, and not only materials. So it's a journey of content receiving, giving, and for myself as well. To this date, we are always learning from each other, and we are always facing up, because our palms are facing up, because we are absorbing the powerful wisdom through actions, through practice, and then at the same time we use these new thoughts and learnings. We are also passing on to somebody else. Okay, so this diagrams comes up almost in every PowerPoint that I share. It's just so simple, but I feel it's really important, and that's how I feel all the time. So at the beginning, we always feel that we are helping others because we are giving something to someone needy. But actually, through these actions, we learn, and we learn that we are actually helping ourselves. How? We are learning that somebody that has a tougher life than I do, no matter if it's material, if it's going through tough family times, we are grateful for what we have. So when we are helping others, we're actually also helping ourselves, helping our mind that we should be grateful. Oh, I was angry today. I shouldn't have to, because I've seen that there are somebody that are living in tougher conditions, but they are willing to try their best. So through helping others, we help ourselves in learning. And because of helping ourselves to learn, we are hoping, and we are trying, and we are learning to help others again. So this is another cycle of helping. So Tsuji is not about helping others, but helping others and helping ourselves in learning as well at the same time. So in our society, not all, but in general, it is very easy for an individual like yourself and like myself, which I do as well. And every day before I go to sleep, I'll say, oh, it's a pity, or it's unfortunate that, these kind of things, that these 5 points came into our mind. It's either desire and greed. I always wanted more. Anger, I get angry easily because of something that somebody did. Ignorance, pride and arrogance and jealousy. So it's just never enough. Greed. We always wanted more. If I have one apple, I would hope that I had two. We get angry easily for different type of things that happens in our lives. We always not happy with something that somebody else did to us. Jealousy. We don't feel comfortable. We have insecurities, and we look at others, and why does he or she has and I don't have? Ignorance. We don't want to understand the fact and the real situation and just ignore the situation and think it's okay. Or pride and arrogance. We sometimes we need to be confident with ourselves, and we need to carry pride, and we need to know that we are doing well. But at the same time, we need to be humble and not overconfident. Okay, so these five things that I shown here are really common mindset that we as individuals have on a daily basis, and I do as well. And that's why through Tsuji and through helping others, like I said earlier, it really helps us in reminding ourselves, and that's why it goes back to individuals. It goes back to precepts. When it goes back to mannerisms, are we acting, or are we practicing these precepts and mannerisms in our daily lives? Because it reminds us, it helps us to not fall into the traps of these, we call the five poisons, jealousy, arrogance, and it all comes into mindset. So what are your thoughts during the course of the day? I want to show this video, and let's look at together. So there are six people surrounding a resource, a soup, and all of them are trying to help themselves. Each other. None of them could find a way to feed themselves. Suddenly, one of the ladies changed her mind, and she decided to help somebody else first before helping herself. They found a new method, and then helping others, somebody will help us. So, through this video, and which I showed a lot and many times as well, it's really simple, but it's difficult for us to practice in our daily lives. So I wrote here, it is just a matter of practice. So what are we practicing in our daily lives? What are we practicing in Tsuji? So in the video or in the cartoon that we see, the environment, the soup is still in the middle of the center of everybody, which everybody cannot reach. Everybody still have that long spoon, which they cannot feed themselves. So what I'm saying is that the environment sometimes does not change. That's the reality that we're facing. But when our mindset change, everything changes. So initially, everybody was just thinking about themselves and they got angry. So there was selfishness, there was anger, and they couldn't feed themselves. But one of the individual in the group decided to change in her mind, and she decided to use her spoon, long spoon, and feed somebody else first. And everyone else learned that. Everybody was willing to join and help. And then everybody was feeding each other. And of course, the individual that started first, also being helped and being fed. Okay. So the environment does not always change easily, but the people and our mind can change. So it's a matter of practice. What do we practice in our mind? Do we practice anger all the time? Do we practice jealousy? If you are practicing anger, you will be very good at it, meaning that you'll be very good at angry. Everything that you see, it's easy for you to get angry. But if you practice care, compassion, and you practice every day in our mind, in our actions, you'll be very good at it. So we are very fortunate, both you and I, brothers and sisters, that we are in this Tsuji group, which which are carrying out messages of care, love, compassion, respect our environment through the actions that we do, the way we walk, the way we eat, the way we sit, the way we talk, right? So we are reminding ourselves, and we are in an environment where we learn to care for each other. And through this environment, we grow and we practice good thoughts. So when we are in our individual lives, when we are doing our daily routines, we are used to it. We will think of the good things. When we face a challenge, we will think of how to conquer it. We'll find solutions to it and not being angry about it. Okay. And that's what have benefited me personally as well. We are all busy. We are all having challenges in our lives, but you'll see that one individual are easily conquered and always calm and facing these challenges, while others facing the same challenge act differently and being very angry and upset. And that's the difference of what we practice. So, brothers and sisters, it's about individual, yes, and we're trying to turn these 5 poisons, which are jealousy, arrogance, um, what was the let's just repeat ourselves again: greed, anger, jealousy, ignorance, pride, and arrogance. Let's turn these 5 poisons into love, into compassion, patience, guidance, wisdom, joy, good thoughts. And that's what we are learning in this group, which not only helping others, it helps us as individual through these precepts, through these mannerisms that we practice, and through practice, from an awkward behavior, it becomes part of our routine. It becomes part of our good behaviors, and through that, we learn to care, to be patient, and to love. So the question that we have to ask ourselves is that what do you and I practice in our daily life and in Tzu Chi? And of course, sometimes personally, I also still practice anger at home, at where I work. But also we practice love and care. And I think this is a difficult one. What about when we are with people with bad behaviors or wrongdoings, or even when we are collaborating with our Tzu Chi families? So the power of compassion comes from unity and harmony of a team. But the question is, how do we show unity and harmony? How do we show unity and harmony of a team? We know that just like you are hosting an event today, for example, we are a team that include many different type of people, individuals, and that's what Master Zheng Yan is trying to teach us. In Tzu Chi, we learn and grow by collaborating and by working with different type of individuals, and we practice the precept, practice the guidance that she teaches us. And because each individual have different background experiences, we learn and grow, and not as a group only, but as individual. As an individual, we learn to be better. Okay. And that's what's so beautiful about Tzu Chi. The beauty of Tzu Chi is that we accomplish big events, not just only with people that we care or we like. We work with different type of people, and we work with them with compassion, with respect, with mutual love, and we learn. And we achieve things that we wouldn't have been able to if we were individual. Okay, so once again, Tzu Chi is about compassion relief. It's about how one as individual act, practice, and if all these individuals practice the same thing with the same mindset, same action, same manners, it will show unity, and that unity will result in great love and great works in charity. So it's easy to say, I believe in something, but sometimes it's actually we are being stubborn. So we need to believe in the spirit of Tzu, but we shouldn't be stuck and being stubborn about what I think only. We need to understand that different people have different way of thinking and thoughts. So we believe in Tzu, but the way we do things, it requires mutual discussions, and so that we can reach a mutual understanding and then work towards that belief. Okay, so very quickly as well, in Tzu, we lead by doing. We don't lead by sitting. So just like the image here, in Tzu, we want leaders, but sometimes the leaders could be part of the team. Sometimes you are leader today. Tomorrow you might need to follow. Okay, so that's what we are also learning in Tzu. There's no boss in Tzu. There's only leaders, and we want everybody to be a leader. Because today you lead, I'll follow. Today I lead, I'm hoping that you will be able to follow. Okay, and that's what's so special about Tzu. So lastly, I just want to say that mannerisms and precepts sounds like it's something about individual. So yes, mannerisms is about individual, where we practice walking, sitting, eating, resting, what we wear, how we talk. But because we are able to have the same way of practicing our daily behaviors, when we work in Tzu, we can work as one, and we're not all over the place. We are working as one. We have the same practice. We look the same. We act the same. So the people that are being helped can trust us, and we can work as one to care for the suffering, to host events for learning, and we develop plans for better goods. But through this process, I said, when we are helping others, we are helping ourselves again, and it becomes a individual self-cultivation within a team. And through that working and collaboration with team members, we try to minimize anger, greed, ignorance, jealousy, and arrogance. But we replace these 5 poisons with care, understanding, harmony, unity, not only in Tzu, but in our daily life, at work, at home, with our family, with our loved ones. So it's really important to remind ourselves precepts, mannerisms, we practice, we remind each other. It's not about blaming, it's about reminding. And through that, I'm sure in a group, with the great work that you do in your communities, it will show unity, harmony, mutual love, and joint effort that are respected by ourselves with confidence and pride, but also believed by others who can become new volunteers for Tzu. Okay, so lastly, let's all try our best to learn by reminding each other and reminding ourselves about these precepts and mannerisms. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.